Hey, you might be wondering, what is the best investment to buy in right now? Is it Bitcoin? Is it GME? Is it CCIV? Is it Litecoin? Is it gold? Is it silver? And I want to tell you probably one of the biggest secret investments that you might not even know about. And you're going to make a ton of money with this one. So stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. Hey, what's going on? My name is Eric. I am your abundant BFF. And as always, I'm here to help you find freedom and abundance. Now, I've been getting a lot of questions on my Instagram and on my TikTok of, Eric, what should I be investing in? Should I be buying Bitcoin? Should I be buying Ethereum? Should I be buying this? Should I be buying that? And I want to pose to you an investment that maybe you haven't thought about yet. That investment is investing in yourself. Sounds crazy, right? But let me tell you a little bit about it. A long time ago, not a long time ago, probably about 12 years ago, when I first got started in the tax industry, I had 4 Liberty Tax offices. I ran these retail tax preparation companies as a franchisee, and I had a bunch of employees and a bunch of clients and stuff like that. And the one thing that always bothered me was I didn't have a professional designation. I wasn't a CPA. I went to school for accounting and finance, but never really pursued the certified public accountant certification. And folks would always ask me that all the time, Eric, are you CPA? Eric, are you CPA? And it always kind of bothered me. Not really, because I was doing well, but it always kind of bothered me. So what I started doing was I realized that there's a certification or designation from the Internal Revenue Service called Enrolled Agent. And some of you probably don't or have never heard of it, and that's totally fine. But Enrolled Agent is basically a designation from the IRS that allows a tax professional like myself to represent taxpayers in front of the IRS, and basically, you learn a lot of advanced tax-related things. And it was a small investment for me to be part of this. And again, I really didn't need to necessarily do it. I was comfortable where I was at, but I knew that I wanted to improve myself. I knew I wanted to invest in my own knowledge. I knew I wanted to be curious about what was next. How could I be better? How could I make more money? The certification itself was a combination of things. It was self-study, so I had to study these volumes of tax books for about 6 months, and then I had to take these 3 tests, and out of pocket, it probably cost me a total of like $500. And so my friend told me, Eric, you should be an EA, you should take the EA. It's gonna really help you grow your business. It's gonna really help you grow yourself as a person. And I was like, all right, cool. So I went in, I started studying for it. First test was easy. It was all about individual tax returns, like what you and I just file on a regular basis on your 1040 and income and all that stuff. I was like, okay, great. Section 2 of the test was for business-related taxes, which is a lot more complex. So I spent a lot of time researching, doing my due diligence, practicing doing tax returns, and then learning as I was going. And luckily, I passed the test by the skin of my teeth. And again, this is like over a decade ago. The third test was on compliance-related things that I wouldn't have normally considered before. Responsibilities, roles as a tax professional. What do we need to do to protect our clients and also make sure our clients are in line with the IRS's requirements? That was a relatively challenging test as well. I passed that test. And I'm not saying that I passed these tests as if I'm some kind of a smart person, but I passed these tests because I've invested into myself. I invested time, resources, and effort. And so now when I got out of this certification, the IRS had sent me this letter in the mail, this big certificate saying, Eric, you are now an IRS enrolled agent. Yippee-dee-doo. I could put the EAs after my name. My dad always wanted me to be one of those guys that had an acronym after name. MD, MBA, JD. I didn't have any of those, so EA was perfect. I could put acronyms behind my name, which made me feel really good about myself. And at the same time, there was a lot of other companies that was coming to me trying to pitch me on other things to integrate into my business, whether it's certified tax coach or tax court practitioner or certified QuickBooks expert and all that stuff. And I started looking to them, but then I realized that in order for me to fully utilize what I've learned, I needed to implement what I learned and what I was certified in. And because I stayed focusing on my craft as a tax professional, as a tax strategist, and as an enrolled agent, my income has been magnified over these last couple of years. And even to this day, folks ask me, Eric, are you a CPA? And I proudly say, no, I'm not. I'm not a certified professional accountant or certified public accountant. I'm an enrolled agent with the IRS because I focus on taxation. And that's really helped me grow my business to where it is today, where I actually have 2 CPAs that work for me. I have 2 tax preparers that work for me, my assistant, my video guy behind the camera, and myself, right? I built out this team because I've invested into myself. So what are the takeaways here, right? The first takeaway is when you are in a line of business or in a line of work, what I highly recommend doing before even thinking of investing into something speculative, before investing into like what's the next stock that's going to go to the moon or the next coin that's going to go to the moon. Instead, look at what can you invest in yourself that will help you make yourself more valuable either to your employer, to the job market, or to your business. What is that skill set that you can utilize or learn? For me, it was to get more specialized in taxation. My investment was probably about $2,500 all in between the education, the test, all the certifications, the continuing education. What does it take for you to be able to do that? And if you are to invest in yourself, what does that look like for you on the backside? How would it help you grow your income? How would it help you become a better person? How would it help you impact your life? How would it help you start a new business? Investing in yourself is very valuable. Now, when you're investing in yourself, what's really important is to not get distracted by the shiny object syndrome. What always tends to happen, and I'm super guilty of it, is when you start a project because you're like, man, this sounds really awesome, I'm gonna do it. Or this program sounds like a great thing. This new coaching program, this new Facebook's ad program, this new digital programming certification, or this new network certification programming. Inevitably what ends up happening is you start getting distracted by other shiny objects. Ooh, I could learn this too. Ooh, I could learn this too. I could learn this too. I invite you to stay purely focused on the task at hand and exactly on what you are doing. Don't get distracted by everything else. Do one thing at a time. If there's one thing I've learned over all these years, is that there's two things in life that is very scarce: your time and your focus. Stay focused. When you finally pass, or you do get the certification, or you complete the education, whether it's going back to school or getting a certificate, implement what you've learned in your business. Or go to your employer and say, hey, I got this new certification that will allow me to qualify for this new job. I would love to have an opportunity to work in this new position, right? Or charge your clients, if you operate a business, more money because you've invested in yourself. Utilize the skills that you've learned and implement in your business so you could get your return on your investment. As an investor in yourself, just like in the stock market, you want a return on investment, an ROI. So utilize what you've learned to make yourself more money. And the last thing is to always stay curious. Always be learning. Don't get complacent. It's really easy, even at myself, at my stage of the game, it's easy to be really complacent and be like, oh, I'm in a good space. I'm making good money. I got great employees, XYZ, et cetera, et cetera. The challenge with that is progress is always moving forward. If you stay stagnant and not always be eternally curious, you're just gonna be caught by the wayside. Too long didn't read, TLDR, invest in yourself. This is gonna be by far one of the greatest investments you're gonna be making outside of Bitcoin, outside of cryptocurrency, outside of stocks. You're gonna get the largest return on investment investing in yourself. So keep that in mind, and maybe not keep this investment strategy a secret. So if your friends ask you, hey, what are you investing in? What should you be investing in? What stocks? What cryptocurrency? Tell them you're investing in yourself, because that knowledge that you're gonna put up here is gonna pay you year after year after year after year throughout your lifetime, but also give you this peace of mind that you've constantly done things to help elevate you and bring yourself to the best version of yourself possible. Anyway, my name is Eric. I'm your abundant BFF. Again, I am always here to help you find freedom and abundance. Now, I make videos on a weekly basis, so if you're new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. I just invite you to click on the subscribe button down on the lower right or wherever it is to join our tribe of entrepreneurs, investors, folks who want to see a better life. If you have any comments or questions, I would love to hear your comments or questions. Pop them down in the comment section below, and I respond to each one personally. If there's a video topic you want me to talk about, I'd be more than happy to create it. Finally, with that said, I make videos every single week, so if you know anybody else that is in this journey of improving themselves, becoming an entrepreneur, just becoming the best version of themselves, send this video to them to let them know that it will be valuable for them to also invest in themselves as well. With that said, have an amazing day. We'll talk soon. Peace.